It's amazing, isn't it? We are finally at the Mole National Park. It's that big. I'm told it's bigger than the whole of the Greater Accra region. How many times? I'll find out. And also, those who told me the distance from the gate to the reception is 1 kilometer is true. You know, if you use Google Maps, it tells you like 40 kilometers, giving you the whole thing. But from the entrance to this side is 1 kilometer, and this is the reception area. Now, guess what? I'm going to speak to someone who will take us around. We're going on a safari ride, actually. But the funny thing is, this guy was my senior in school, man. He was my senior in O'Reilly Senior High School. How do I come inside? I should jump, eh? Okay, then this one comes. I stop. Okay, I could do this. Hey, Paulada!
Caleb.
Charlie, you're a big man.
Oh, Caleb.
Huh? The sit top make hot brutal. I got tap here. You sit in the heat because it's your place. Yeah. Charlie, the heat is a lot, man.
It's normal.
Oh, how? It's not normal. This. Okay, it's normal for you now.
It's normal because this is the first time coming here.
Yeah. Oh, where are we going? Where are you going to take us? What are you coming to show us?
We are just taking you out to see what nature presents to you. Because of the weather, it's hot. I know some or most of my species will be hiding around water areas and then cooler places, but we'll go out and see what nature presents to us.
Okay, so Isa, let's go then. I've come to know your name already. That's the driver. He's Isa.
Yes.
So who's next to him?
Tendana.
Tendana. I see he has a
How many years? Exactly.
He's been working here for 22 years. That's interesting. As a field officer?
Yes.
What does that mean?
So when you come here,
Zamogo.
we have about 3 major units. We have the law enforcement unit, we have the tourism unit, and the community unit. But every staff mostly will begin with the law enforcement unit. So he's been with the law enforcement unit for this period in Mole National Park. But as part of this period, he was also assigned to the tourism unit. He's one of the experienced tour guides we have in the field. And now moved back to law enforcement to augment law enforcement activities.
Why does he have a gun? It looks like he has a Tiabro friend. That's how we call it. Right? Is that a Tiabro friend?
It's not a Tiabro friend. It's a rifle that is holding. That a Tiabro friend is a short gun, but this is not a short gun. Okay. But normally I tell people that when I'm going to the field and you see a weapon, it's not because of my animals, but maybe because of poachers. Because now we have people who illegally come into the park would want to hunt on the species, and we have to protect the species. So they would want to fire. So it's just because of the protection from human beings. But for animals, we don't need weapons.
I see. And I read there that you're not supposed to feed the animals as a tourist.
Yes, you don't feed any animal because we are not in a zoo. The animals are wild. They are allowed to live their normal and natural life as much as possible. So if you begin to feed the animals, you begin to alter their behavior.
Hey.
And so you pick...
Like you're giving them organic food.
Nanyan. So right now we are moving out. I think we are taking the Samole loop. Okay. So there are different loops that we use for our safari. Okay. Today we'll just take the safari route for the Samole loop.
No, it's unbelievable. Like guys, I'm living my dreams really, because I've always wanted to do Mole National Park and interact with the wild and do something like some National Geographic kind of thing. And so I'm very, very happy to be here and to have my senior back in school as one of the. You say you are a tourism officer. So Paul Ada is a tourism officer here. It's really exciting. A lot of nostalgia. Just to remind viewers who you are, Paul Ada was my senior in O'Reilly Senior High School. Those days, anywhere you see Paul, there are 5 or 6 small ladies around Paul. Paul loved women. I mean, neni jemaho. Mega so pema weni jemaho. And the women, I say not maintain here, but eventually, let me say you'll be a gender minister or women organizer or something for some church or party, but you are here doing tourism, which is great. How many years have you done this? And if someone is watching and loves what you're doing, or actually aspires to be one, what's the process?
Okay, so I think I'm in my 5th year Mole National Park since I was employed by the Forestry Commission. Mole is my first posting. I've been here all this while. So you apply to the Forestry Commission, and then the Forestry Commission does their recruitment. Then they now look at your qualification, your speciality. So you are either sent to the Wildlife Division, the TIDD, that is the Timber Industry Development Division. Then we have the FSD, that is the Forestry Services Division. So these divisions are within the Forestry Commission. But because I did wildlife, I was brought to the Wildlife Division.
What about wildlife? What is it? Because then when people talk about wildlife, it's like Ghanaians, anything we see, we will chew. You know? So what's with the wildlife?
Yes, Caleb, I think wildlife represents the culture of Ghanaians, represents the culture of Africans. And it does a whole lot of things for us. Now, as Ghanaians, there's no any ethnic group that do not have an animal as its totem.
Okay.
You get it? Okay. And for our festivals, for our enskinment, our culture to proceed or progress, we need wildlife. So when you come here, the people who dominate here are the Gunjas. And on the Gunja land, we need at least the skin of the cob for enskinment. So if we
Skin of what?
The cob, it's an antelope species.
Hey, now you have to come down to our level. We can't copy and no one go forestry school.
It's an antelope species
Okay.
that has been used. So if we all see the cob as meat, and then we kill all of them, it will get to a point where we'll need this to progress or proceed with our enskinment, and we will not be able to get that. So if you remember, there was some time where our people from Elmina, Abuachre, they needed the bushback. They'll go and they will not get. Why? Because other people saw that as meat and they had killed all.
So that stuff is bushback, right?
It's bushback.
But a lot of us say it's deer.
It's not a deer, it's a bushback. It's an antelope species.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes. Wow. So that is the reason why you have chosen to protect nature. And it was the first commandment God gave to man. You know that.
To till the land.
And take care of its creature.
Okay. So that works. So are we going to go this way?
So we are now getting inside.
Look, we are going off the main. Because for a while I was wondering where Paul was taking me. We are going off the main road and we're going to drive through. How big is the Mole National Park?
Okay, so Mole National Park is 4,577 square kilometers.
Put that in human being terms for me.
Caleb will never change. Okay, so in putting it in the normal terms for people to understand, Mole National Park is bigger than the whole of Greater Accra as a region.
Hey, not Babaya Sports Stadium, the whole Greater Accra.
The whole Greater Accra as a region.
Hey, like by how many times? Like one time or one and a half or 1 and 2?
One and some few space.
One and some balance. Oh, okay. All right. We are driving through the Mole National Park. You call this
the Samole Loop.
The Samole Loop. What does that mean?
It's a loop. So like I said, there are some loops, some circular loops that we take guests around to see nature, to admire nature, and then get closer interaction with nature. So
what kind of trees are these?
Okay, so there are different.
I think I've seen a cinnamon. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a cinnamon. Yeah, tell me the kind of tree species you have here, and what kind of whether they provide fruits for the animals or they feed on the back or the leaves or the flowers.
Okay, so there are over 740 vascular plant species here in the park.
740
vascular plant species in the park, and the share is here. We have the zizi fruits that are also here. The teak is here. We have the kepok tree is here. The Absilias are all here. There are a lot of different species, like I said, that is here. But they are here to provide food also for our species. So I spoke about the bushback, I spoke about the corp. So the corp is a grazer. So the corps will go for the grasses, whilst the bushbacks are browsers, so they'll go for the leaves.
Wait, some are grazers. That's the cop, the species of an antelope. So it goes for the grass.
The grass.
And then some are what?
Browsers.
Browsers. Oh yeah, Yahoo Yahoo.
And I'm a browser, Yahoo Yahoo.
So they go for the leaves.
The leaves, yes. But others are also mixed feeders. Whether grasses or leaves, they just mix everything in the feed on. But one thing, Caleb, you should also know is that animals don't just feed. They feed for specific reasons.
Okay.
So if say the elephant is wounded, the elephant will go for a particular tree species, maybe to just cure himself or herself, but not necessarily because it's eaten.
You're kidding me.
I'm telling you.
How do they know what will heal them?
In fact, they know a lot of things that we human beings don't know.
Look at the view. It's So okay, we continue.
There are a lot of things, and I would always say that there are a lot of things we as human beings learn from animals that we relatively don't know. I would first of all, you know, one of the worst enemy of an elephant is insects.
Insects.
Yes.
Yeah, when it enters the ears, it kills it.
They don't like insects at all. And we as human beings, how do we control insects?
Repellent.
You use repellent, right? Do you know elephants prepare their own repellent?
How do they do that?
Okay, so the mint, you know, usually this mint is an alien species, and then the elephant used not to, but now the elephant is making good use of it. So what they do is that they chew the mint, but they don't swallow it. Then they use the trunk to sap the sap, and they spray it on themselves. That sucks, the smell of it sucks the insects away. So at times you meet the elephant and you see something greenish on it, and you think the color of the elephant is green. No, it's not green. It's just because the elephant has poured something on himself.
Okay.
Or you know, a champon. You know those days when you're growing up.
When you go to the bush.
Thank you.
It's useful for, you know, effective living.
I tell you. Yes. And again, when you also get wounded, then you just get the leaves, and you put it on it. So when the elephant is wounded, the elephant does the same thing.
Wow. Wait, so the mint you refer to, is it the mint I know, or there is a wild mint for the elephant?
It's, I think the same mint, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And are they in the wild like this? Because,
like I said, they are alien species. They are not supposed to be here, but now they are here, and we understand the vegetation change.
We've gone past the place where the road was okay. Now it's rough. We are driving over rocks and things. Is this how it's going to be all the way down?
No, this is not how it's been.
It will get better?
It will get better. This place is a marshy area.
Okay.
So during the rainy season, we have done this so that even during the rainy season, we can still drive through. Caleb, I can tell you no animal on earth is wild that much that attacks. And as experienced as we are, we communicate with our friends. So when they come, we will talk.
I've not seen this tree before. What kind of tree is this? Do you have an idea what it is? And what does it do? What role does it play? Is this planted?
No.
Is it? What is it?
That's the zizi fruits.
What?
The one you saw at the back was the zizi fruits.
Zizi fruit.
Yes.
So elephants, how many do you have? Are they in species as well? And then give me the population you have. And do you often do census?
Okay, so there are two different species of elephants in Ghana. We have the forest elephant and we have the Savannah elephant. And since you are in a Savannah ecosystem, the elephants we have here are the Savannah elephants that are here. The last census we did here, that is in 2019, we have an elephant population between 700 to 1,000 elephants, individual elephant species here.
What other animals do you have in this place, in this national park?
Mole houses over 90 mammal species here.
Okay, wait. Something smells really nice here. Is it a fruit? Is it a flower? What is it?
I'm not smelling it.
When you kata.
Tidi, are you smelling anything?
And to smell be nice.
Wild mint.
Wild mint.
Wild mint. Yeah.
So is that what the elephants use for the thing?
Yes.
Oh, wild mint. Amazing. Can I see some?
They are
Dry,
dry.
dry now. So even the. Oh wow. At the point, can we walk or is it dangerous?
Oh no, you can walk at a point. We'll get to certain points and we'll walk. We'll get down and walk.
Okay, I would love it. Oh, he's fetching me wild mint. My nose is good though. My nose. Oh, actually, I'm not even smelling it.
That's a dry one.
So this is a dried wild mint. It looks very different from the mint I know, the one we put in drinks. Okay, now I smell it. See,
Okay.
Albert, you want to smell it? I'll keep some for you. I'll bring this to Accra. And when you want to smell it, come to the office. I'll put it in my pocket. So I have wild mint. I have wild mint. Wild mint. Come to Mole National Park and smell the. It's even more concentrated. Albert, can you feel it? Yeah, you are not feeling it. My nose is sharp, my brother. No, so some of the leaves are dry, others are fresh. What's happening here? The temperature is still very hot, and now it's a little bearable because the wind is blowing. Keep the shot here. I like how the trees are standing attention by the road. It's lovely, isn't it? Oh, I love this.
I think in it I use the parable of the 10 virgins to always explain why you have some leaves green and some leaves dried.
Okay.
You know, you always have to prepare for difficult situations. Yes. So these species, they produce less leaves
Okay.
and smaller ones, not the broader ones,
Okay.
so that they don't release more water or lose more water,
Okay.
so that they are able to conserve a lot of water, so that in the dry season
Right.
they would have more water to depend on. Unlike other species that will produce more leaves and broader leaves, then during the dry season that will be suffering.
I see. So then it's called something. Is that a protective mechanism or something like that? Where that's a very interesting. We've been driving for how many minutes? I've not seen any animal. I've seen 2 birds. Oh Lord! Look at that! Will they run if they see us?
No, animals will never disappoint.
Can we walk there?
When you begin to walk,
Then they'll run up. Can you zoom in? Oh goodness! I can't believe this. Charlie, come and see. They're running away. Oh guys, don't do that. They're menu. I'm shouting.
So you realize that they all move under the shades.
And one is going this way. That's a bigger one. The others are going this way. One is still there though.
One is there. This
Right.
one should be a family.
It's a family, eh?
Yes. TD.
Tidi.
TD. All males or male and female?
But how old do you know?
No, they are females. Okay,
They are
so,
females.
So that means there's a one male, then the rest of them are all females. So the husband have all of them.
So the husband is the one waiting and the wives have run away.
So the male ones have horn, and then the female ones do not have horns.
Wait. Let me celebrate. I've seen them. Oh, yeah. So is this bushback?
This is a cock.
A species of the
Antelope.
antelopes. Oh, yo. Guys, I have seen the antelopes. How many were those? There are like 7, I think. So when they are together like that, are they a congress? Are they, what do you call them? Okay, we'll find out on something else later. Usually, when I watch National Geographic, they tell very compelling stories about how the mothers in particular protect their children. And it looks like, this mint is really, really strong here, man. Like, guys, you just need to come to Mole to come and see. I can show you what I'm seeing, but what I'm smelling, bro, you gotta come here to feel it, man. And how many hours from Accra to this place?
Okay, so it depends. If you are flying, it is just an hour, 10 minutes to Tamale.
Okay.
Then you take about 2 hours drive to Mole National Park.
Right.
But if you are driving, then you are doing about 10 to 11 hours from Accra.
Okay. 10 to 11 hours. Alright, it will be good for some of you who have been in Accra for a very long time, who've never been here. That's why I was saying that when I watch National Geographic, they're always telling stories, especially that's a lovely bed. Guys, look at that. That is huge. Hey, okay, I'm not supposed to be shouting. I'm just excited. Look, we've seen these are 2. That one is big, Papa.
Yes, that's my very good friend.
Hey.
Yes, they are my family members, Caleb. how many years now that I've not seen you? But they are here with me.
Oh, media first. Oh,
Exactly. So there's one there in front waiting for us, and the team is being led by Nash.
I've seen another elephant over there.
Yes.
Who is Nash? Is it an elephant or is it a human being?
It's an elephant. That's my friend. And that is my friend. He's Nash.
No, but how big is that?
Very huge.
Come on. It's taller than me.
Yes.
It's. What? Hey, Charlie, can you see that? This can do damage.
I
Wow.
was going to talk about their sex, but at least he's shown you
Tell me.
their sex. So that's a male.
Oh, this
About
one
all
is
the
a male.
team, they are all males. And
We are walking, Paul.
yes, we are working.
Is it
and
safe?
Very much safe. And like I said,
Then let's continue.
the team is being led by Nash. Let's stand here. He's moving.
Okay.
So as he's being led by this gentleman, I know that we are good
not
to go.
rowdy.
Yes.
If we don't know and they chase me,
So they are not going to chase you. If it should go up, it will become. Yes. So Nash is comfortable because he's used to human beings, and he can pose just like old man. There's
Stand
another
where
one.
you wanna pose.
Oh yes, they know that when guest comes around, they want to see them. They want to start photographs with them. So
Hey,
basically,
Paul.
that is what they are
There's
going
your
to do.
story there.
These are males.
They
And
are
I can
all
say They
males?
are all males. They are being led by him. The
Oh,
females.
this is again the wild mint. Bro, now I can identify wild mint on my own. Yeah,
Now, the younger ones are not used to human beings
Okay.
that much because the gestation period of the elephant is 22 months
Yeah.
to give birth to one.
Yeah.
And when the mother gives birth to one, there's a responsibility of the mother to take care of the child for a minimum of 5 years before the child is released into the field. Now, if it is a male, after the mating season, when the adult males are coming out, they come out with the adult males, and all the females will stay back at home with their mother to learn how to take care of a home. So, like I said, a lot of our concepts as human beings we learn from animals. So now, you see, the males as Ghanaians, we are taught that you follow your father and learn the trade of your father.
Okay.
You get it? The younger males are moving with the adult males, and the females will stay at home and they become responsible. Please, I think there is an elephant also here. Does not get trapped.
Oh,
Yes.
there's another one over there.
Yes, because I know he moves. He's moving currently with about 7 of them.
Hey.
So that is it.
Guys,
That is how
wait,
track
we
our
had
species.
Mole National Park. I have seen 2 elephants here. There is one here and there is one there. That's about 4. But there is more. Hey, but they are big. Oh. Huh. Now soon Kwambe to the mattress.
So that is it. So there are a lot of species that are here, but again, because of the dry season and the temperature, most of them will
There are 2 there.
go in
Oh.
the shade. Yes, that's I said. Nash moves with about 8 of them in total. So
Nash, who gave him that name?
he was named by a researcher, an elephant researcher who came around.
Oh, so, bro,
So
don't
you
come
see?
here. Don't try.
Now tell him to move the drone back.
Hey, look at this. Charlie, look.
The drone.
Okay, so we are having to fly back because we don't want to make noise to this. Albert, come forward more and then zoom this guy's this thing. Is he on heat or something? Because Charlie.
So they eat and then they pee. They eat, they put.
Okay.
So whilst they move, they eat and then they'll poo and be peeing.
But this is gorgeous. Like it's magnificent. Hey. They're all male.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Okay. No, I don't know. My thought processes are blocked. I don't know what to ask you again. I'm just watching in awe. But this is large.
yes. And that's what Molly presents to you. We give you an opportunity to view species or come closer to elephants than any other place in the world will give you.
Ooh. Guys, we made it. We made it, bro. We've seen elephants, man. Right here in Ghana.
Yes.
Oh my days. Finally, I see your face. Oh my days. This is lovely. They're beautiful. They're all inspiring. I want us to have a conversation about poaching because I know it's one of the major threats that conservation and wildlife is facing globally. When it comes to poaching on the Mole National Park, what is the story?
Yes, like you said, poaching is one of the biggest threats that faces conservation in the world, and Mole National Park is not left out. We still have people who come in to poach, most especially on the antelope species, because people would have to sell them as food and then to be able to raise some revenue. But there is still one
And
or
the
two
skin too, because you mentioned the Gonja
yes,
people.
for enskinment and other stuff. So normally, for if it's for traditional purposes, they don't engage in poaching. Our traditional authorities would always write to the park and inform us that we want to do enskinment,
Okay.
and we would ask if we have some in store. If we go to the park, we realize that we have an exhibition center where we have the skins and then some of the skulls of these species, because when we go on patrols we find them dead. We take the trophies and other stuff, so we have them in stock. So when they
Trophies, what's that?
so the part of the
bones.
animal that is most important, valuable to people.
Okay.
So when you pick the elephant, the trophy of the elephant is the tax,
trunk. Okay.
the tax, the ivory.
Yeah, task.
You get it? That is the trophy. So when I find this elephant dead,
Yeah.
I have to do an examination to find out where the trophy is. If I realize that the trophy is not there and has been
means it's
removed,
been poached.
that was poached.
Okay.
You get it? So there are different ways. by
So
which
do
you
they
find-
also die natural deaths?
Yes, they die natural
That's a
death.
very stupid
Yes.
question, obviously.
Between-
But I mean, I mean, like, how do you get to track them when they are growing, and then when you are suspecting, okay, they are likely to die, so you can follow up well and all that?
Yes, Caleb, I think that is the unfortunate aspect of conservation in Ghana. We don't have trackers on our species, so we are unable to tell with exact numbers. We only give estimations to be able to make this, because you realize that while we were coming out, we weren't really sure whether we'll meet them here or at a different. Don't go far again, please. Especially I wearing white,
Hey, why? What does the white do?
bright colors.
So what will they do? They will chase you?
They normally don't like bright colors.
Why? That's what you came to know.
Yes, that's what we've
So
realized.
poaching is big. Ivory,
It's big.
poaching.
But in Ghana, I'll say the poaching of ivory is not that much.
Compared to where?
Compared to other countries.
Like where?
Other countries.
Ivory Coast, Namibia.
Other countries.
Okay, fine. Wow, I mean, the sight of this is making me confused. I can't. No, I want to go for a small bit. Small. So it's Nash.
So yes, Nash. So the team is being led by Nash.
Nash. I will take a selfie pair because this one. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, guys. Allow me to take a selfie, okay? Because this one. Don't come back. Guys, don't come. Don't come. I should include you. My cameraman wants to be in the shot. So come back. This one day we are taking selfie. We are sorry. Drone pilot, you also want a selfie? Come. They are going. Oh boy. Paul, you want to be inside? Yes, come. And then right now it's working happiness. Chama, bring your gun. Oh, they are gone. Okay. Paul, what else do you want to tell me? What else do we need to know? Why is it important for us to protect these stuff that we are blessed with?
Like I said, my species, my friends, my family, they do a lot for a country. So when you pick it from the cultural perspective, then there's a lot as Ghanaians, as Africans, to have to be able to protect these species. You get it? For enskinment, for our totems, and for all that. We need to be able to protect these species to be able to continue with our traditions.
Right.
Then when you also pick the economy, now I say we are suffering, we talk about money, the economy, blah, blah, blah. Other countries are striving higher and more on tourism, dependent on tourism.
Okay, because of the wildlife.
Yes, and they don't even have some of these things that we do have here. Mole National Park, we have all these things, including 2 waterfalls.
You said that earlier, and I was like, hey.
We have 2 waterfalls in Mole National Park.
2 waterfalls?
2 waterfalls in Mole National Park. And I believe that a focus should come to Mole National Park and other protected areas in Ghana. I don't think we should have a problem, because economically we have the strength to be able to generate the money the country needs.
In terms of revenue generation, that's an interesting one. So we may not need 11 necessarily. I'm not asking you. But in terms of revenue generation,
Caleb,
give me an idea in terms of annual. Do you know annual
I
figures?
deal with the numbers of tourists.
Okay,
Yes, there's
give me
someone.
that. Give me that.
Yes, so before COVID, we were doing about 18,000 to 20,000
A year.
a year.
Mm.
And then COVID came and then we hit down to our 7,000.
Mm.
And then a year after COVID, we moved to 10,000.
So this
we are
year we
hoping
are expecting that we
yes,
can
that
do like
we'll climb
20,000.
up, yes. But
Guys,
it's interesting, we are doing this.
let's do 50,000. I think we can even do 1,000,000. But how many of them are local tourists?
Okay, so we have about 70% of them to be local tourists.
That's exciting.
And 30% to be foreigners.
Okay.
But Caleb, the drift is that our people come and they stay for less than a day. They do hours and they move back.
Okay.
But you have the foreigners who come and do 5 days,
Okay.
1 week,
Okay.
4 days
stay.
here. They will
Are
stay.
they predominantly researchers or they're just wanderlust explorers?
The explorers, they just come for safari.
Oh.
You have once a while you see some researchers around,
Okay.
but most
Is
of
it that
them,
expensive staying here for about a week?
it's not. Because
How much budget?
accommodation
do I need?
facilities moves from the poorest person to the richest person.
Which is what and what?
From 100 Ghana cedis, you can get accommodation for a night.
Okay, and the most.
You get it. And the most expensive one that you see maybe because of your package is $375 a night.
Okay.
You get it.
Okay.
Which is for Zeno Lodge. So
Oh.
motel takes from about 100 Ghana cedis to 515 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, that's enough information. Okay, good. So we can encourage you. Look, you need to come here. You need to experience these elephants. It's amazing, the feeling, and you need to come and smell the wild mint. I've smelled it. It's good, and the elephants use that as repellent for insects and things like that. It's amazing. I want to do some more. I don't know if you can go to the waterfall or anything, but let me end this episode here. I told you I'm coming to your region. You see, I've come. I have come. Keep watching City TV. Before you know it, I'm coming to somewhere really, really close to you as well. Thank you for watching. I've been here with Paul Ada, who was my senior in school. He loved the women. Now he loves the animals more. I think they've broken your hearts enough for you to now trust Nash and all to be good friends to you. Thank you for watching About on City TV. Keep watching City TV.